The crunch of tires against gravel woke me before the headlights did. I stood in the doorway of our quiet suburban home, heart hammering against my ribs like a warning drum. Outside, the sleek black car gleamed under the weak glow of the street lamp, its engine purring like a predator. My mind refused to process what my eyes were telling me. Her laughter, sharp and familiar, floating across the driveway. My wife. With him. I froze, caught between disbelief and a rising, molten anger. It didn't make sense. She wouldn't, could she? I had reason to trust her. I wanted to trust her. But the laugh, the one she reserved for us, wasn't for me tonight. I crept closer, my stomach twisting into knots as I traced the outlines of the car. The younger man she had mentioned in passing months ago. The one with the fancy job, flashy car, and charm she claimed was innocent admiration, was there leaning against the hood, a smug smile plastered on his face. My breath caught. They didn't notice me at first, wrapped in their own private world of whispered words and half-shared secrets. I could feel the betrayal seeping into my veins, hot and corrosive, as if it had been there all along, just waiting to burn me alive. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But I stayed, because I needed to see it. Every detail was a hammer to my chest. The way she tilted her head when he spoke, the brush of her fingers against his hand, the careless way she let him draw her close. I remembered the evenings when she'd smile at me just like that, soft, intimate, like I was the only person in the world. And now that smile was stolen. I stepped back, trying to think, trying to breathe, trying to find some thread of reason. I remembered the small signs, sudden secrecy with her phone, her laughter that seemed rehearsed, the way she spent extra hours at work. I had rationalized them, excused them because I loved her. I had always loved her. But love, it seemed, had been a fragile cage I had built around myself. And she had flown out the door months ago. Anger flared, sharp and pure. My hands clenched at my sides. Then I saw the tires, black, expensive, flawless, and the thought came unbidden, impulsive, dangerous. The man flaunting everything I could never afford had dared to step into my life and claim a piece of her that belonged to me. I walked toward the car, each step measured, silent. My fingers found the small knife in my coat pocket, a remnant of some old, forgotten habit of mine. Not for him, not for her, but for the car. The symbol of everything I had lost in a single heartbeat. One swift motion, a puncture in the sidewall. The hiss of escaping air echoed like a confession. The younger man cursed, but she gasped louder. Not for the car, but for the act itself. I can explain, she stammered, eyes wide, lips trembling. I didn't answer. Words would betray me before I could control them. The betrayal wasn't in the car. It was in her gaze, the shimmer of regret she hadn't yet learned to hide, the way she avoided meeting my eyes fully. It's not what you think, she continued, stepping closer. But I could see him smirk, the arrogant confidence of a man who believed he had already won. My chest ached, not from rage, but from grief. The crushing weight of realizing that the person you trusted most could willingly tear your world apart. I saw everything, I said finally, my voice calm, colder than ice. Every late night, every whispered call, every stolen smile. Her shoulders sagged. I had always loved her for her strength, her spirit, but tonight, that same fire in her eyes was the source of my undoing. I didn't mean, she began, but I stopped listening. The man pushed her lightly, an arrogant gesture of ownership, and something inside me snapped. I turned and walked away, leaving them in the glow of streetlights and shattered promises. The air smelled of burning rubber and betrayal, heavy and sharp. I didn't need to see them anymore. I had seen everything. Later, alone in the house, I sank into the silence, the punctured tire a quiet witness in the driveway. The sound of the hiss still lingered in my ears, mingling with the echo of her laughter. I was hollow, yet alive in a way I hadn't been before, awake to the truth, stripped bare of illusions. I loved her once, fiercely, completely. But love had turned to ashes, and I knew, as I stared at the empty driveway, that trust, once broken, cannot be repaired. Not fully. Not ever. And in that quiet I realized, revenge wasn't what I had done tonight. Revenge was knowing the truth. And sometimes, that was enough to finally breathe again.